Hey everyone, welcome back to Property Investor TV. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that can be incredibly powerful for property investors and developers alike: property joint ventures. Now, I know what you might be thinking: isn't a joint venture just a fancy way of saying a partner? Well, yes and no. A joint venture is a specific type of partnership where two or more parties come together to achieve a common goal, often in the context of business or investment. In the world of property investing, a joint venture can be incredibly useful for scaling your portfolio, reducing risk, and increasing returns. So, let's dive in and explore what you need to know about structuring deals with investors through property joint ventures. First off, let's define what we mean by property joint ventures. A property joint venture is a collaborative arrangement between two or more parties, often investors, developers, or contractors, that come together to achieve a specific goal in the property market. This can include buying and selling properties, developing projects, or even financing deals. The key characteristic of a joint venture is that it's a separate entity from each individual party involved. So, what are some of the benefits of using property joint ventures? Well, for investors, partnering with others can help you scale your portfolio more quickly and efficiently. By sharing the costs and risks associated with investing in property, you can increase your returns without taking on too much personal risk. For developers, a joint venture can provide access to funding and resources that might be out of reach otherwise. And for contractors or builders, it can offer a way to get involved in larger projects that might be beyond their means alone. Now, let's talk about some of the key considerations when structuring deals with investors through property joint ventures. The first thing you need to think about is, what kind of partnership do you want? Do you want an equal partnership where all parties have a say in decision-making, or do you want one party to take the lead and make decisions on behalf of the others? This will depend on your goals and objectives, as well as the level of control each party wants. Next, you need to think about how you'll divide up the profits and losses. Will it be a 50-50 split, or will one party take more than the other? You also need to consider how you'll manage any potential disputes that might arise. Who will make decisions in case of disagreements? And what kind of exit strategy do you have in place for when the partnership comes to an end? Another important consideration is risk management. When you're working with others, there's always a chance that one party might not pull their weight or fulfill their obligations. So, how will you mitigate these risks and ensure that everyone is accountable? This can include setting clear expectations and consequences for non-performance, as well as having a plan in place for when things don't go according to plan. Finally, let's talk about some potential pitfalls to watch out for when structuring deals with investors through property joint ventures. One of the biggest risks is that one party might not have the same level of expertise or experience as others. This can lead to misunderstandings and disagreements down the line. Another risk is that the partnership might not be able to achieve its goals due to external factors, such as market fluctuations or changes in government policies. And finally, there's always a chance that one party might try to take advantage of others or pull out at the last minute. So, what can you do to avoid these pitfalls and ensure that your property joint venture is successful? Well, first off, make sure you have a clear and comprehensive agreement in place that outlines everyone's roles and responsibilities. This should include things like decision-making processes, profit and loss sharing, and exit strategies. Second, do your due diligence on any potential partners to ensure they're reputable and trustworthy. And finally, always keep an eye out for any potential risks or issues and be prepared to adapt as needed. In conclusion, property joint ventures can be a powerful tool for property investors and developers looking to scale their portfolios and increase returns. By understanding the key considerations, benefits, and potential pitfalls of partnering with others in the property market, you can unlock new opportunities and achieve your goals. So, if you're ready to take your property investing or development business to the next level, tune in next time for more insights and strategies from Property Investor TV.